Good morning. This is the job for today. We've got to put in a double return into there, and we've got to cut the two corbels. So I'll just show you the easiest way to cut two corbels. And the other thing we've got to do is when we put in that double return, because of the way that the ridge is, we're not going to be able to get at it from the top a lot. So I'm going to show you how to do that from the bottom, the easiest way to do that. And that's all designed to stop water leaking in down here. You'll see there's staining on the eaves there because you're getting water in down there. Now they haven't closed in the flyover, so I'm going to stop end that for him, and then we'll send all the water back to there. And all we're really trying to do is alleviate the volume of water falling into that secret gutter, and that's the general idea. Measurements we need to start is that one there, how far off the wall it is, which is 40 mil. Okay. And the other one we need is how far down it's going to come. So that fascia is 100, so I'll make it 110, the top. Okay, so our two measurements were 100 and 40, and I'll show you how they work now. So with that 100, we want to make it 110 because we want to allow it to go just past the bottom. We're going to mark down 110. Okay, and put a line across there. Then I'm going to come down 40 and 40 again. I'm going to mark two lines, and then I'm going to come back up 30 here, okay, because this is going to fall into, so we're going to cut 40 here, 30 there, and it'll fold and touch that line. So this will be 110. All right, so let's make those cuts. There you go. And just get rid of the burr. And by the way, people who say you can't cut this with a cutting blade are wrong. As long as you get rid of the burr like that, I'll cut the next one with the cutting blade and show you. And all I'm doing, this is just a little precautionary thing I like to do, is I'm just going to put a tiny little bit of silicone there and there, so the actual downpipe will close up onto it and you won't get a little leak out of these corners. That's all I'm doing there. So we want to push in those tags and push him up like so. Going to grab my drill and go up. So on the back there, I don't know whether you can see it, but you can see it's hit right on that line, so we know that's 110. Beautiful. So now we need this bit to be 40. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down, we're going to measure 40 like so, just right there. I'm going to mark straight across, down, down, and down. And we're going to come down 40 again this way. So we're going down to towards the shoe. And then we're going to come up 30 here. So 40 here, 30 there. This is a 95 by 45 downpipe, and that is the shoe down that way. This is the big end, so we're doing this all on the big end. So when you grind, don't grind past this part of the downpipe or that part, okay? And if you just move it slightly back, you'll just tear the downpipe so that it does what it has to. And again, we're cutting the 40 down low, like so. Then along the line. By the way, this looks a little bit more awkward because of where I'm cutting it, where you can see it. It's a lot easier if I do it while it's standing up. Okay, and on just under a 45 down to the bottom there. And then this one, I'm going to take from the top, across, like so. And again, while I got it there, with my little chisel, just clean up any swarf that may have been attached to it. So there we go. So quickly, to get that to bend perfectly straight, here's a little trick for you, okay? So I'm going to put him there, I'm going to get that line straight across there, like so, and just put a little dent in the back seam. Now what that should do is when we now bend this, it bends along that dent. It gives you a nice square backing to your downpipe. There he is. It's the top all done. Nice, neat, square, and that'll fit over your fascia. Okay, so I'm just going to check it. Okay, well that looks pretty good to me. And now I also want to get the length of my shoe. So we're looking at 1100. So now I'll make my shoe up to 1100. That's the small end, that's the big end. Okay, so I'm measuring down 1100 from the big end. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going to cut it. So that's the length I want. As I flip it over, quickly mark it. And cut it at 1100. So I'm going to measure up 200. Mark across. I'm going to make the shoe 200 because I've given it a bit of size. And 26. I don't mind. I can get paid anyway. All right. So this is 15. That distance there. So we're just going to cut that again. All right. Cleaning off that swarf again. Now just bear in mind when we cut this metal, we are using a metal cutting blade. You can see it's nice and thin there, so it's not cutting a big slit in it. It's very, very fine, and we're just cutting it nice and thin. And then we're just cleaning off the swarf. So that is designed to cut. Just marking each side. Okay, lovely. Okay, so there you can see there's a pencil mark and there's another one there, and it's the same up here. So there are our pencil marks, and now we just got to cut those out. Okay, first things first, when you're cutting corbels, you're not using the same blade. Okay. This is a metal cutting blade, so it's not going to work on corbels. This is my jack of all trades blade. Okay, see it there, does brick, metal, fibre cement. It's just a diamond tip, a diamond blade, and if you look in any hardware store they'll have one. You can get cheap ones or you can get expensive ones, just depends how much you want to use it. I've got a decent one because I use it a lot. Cheap ones work just as well. So when you're cutting these, when you cut your corbel, okay, that one just fell out, which is a bit fortuitous. But when we go across, when you cut your end one, cut the next one next to it very, very thin. You want this one to be fatter than that one, because when you knock it out, see if I can do it by hand without a hammer. It should. See how it just breaks away because it's a thinner one? So then you're not fighting to get that one out. And then it's really just a matter of breaking away all the brick, because you cut them nice and thin, and I'll just knock those out. Put him up nice and tight, which is exactly what we were going for. In a mark exactly where he goes, including the back ones. See the back ones there? I'm making sure I know how deep that goes. Right. So quickly, there's the mark, and I know at the back I can't go past there because I marked it, so I'm going to put a little drill just inside that. I'm going to put, at the front I marked it, I'm going to put a little drill hole just inside that, and you'll see it's like probably 2 to 3 mils inside, maybe a little bit more, 3 mils. Same there, and same. Oops, didn't work. And loose. There we go. So these 4 holes are all just inside the outside mark. And I'm going to get my little chisel and using my chisel, and unfortunately you guys are right in the way, so I am literally just chiseling it. Bigger. Probably could sharpen this chisel a bit. There we go, this should make a difference. Better chisel. Going quickly, we're going to bend this one out after I cut him. Bend out like so, come straight across. And we're going to cut down and away. Okay. So now using my multis, going to, first of all I'm going to clean it up. It's better. And I'm just cleaning them up so that I'm going to put a little bit of silicone in those corners and that they stick. Now theoretically you don't have to, but I find you kind of need to. And I'm going to put in there, up here, in here, and up here. And we're just going to rub it in a little bit so that it's oozing out, just a touch, like so. You can see what that's doing. That's actually just extending that corner down enough to get it inside, and I'll show you what it's getting inside of while you got it. Oh no, I make a little YouTube video of things, so this is just, no, that's all. So I'm just getting him on now.
You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I just got a little YouTube channel. Yeah, I'll make about $200 a week off it or something. A month, sorry, not a week. I'd love to tell you it was a month, but...
Does that depend on the number of viewers, is it?
Yeah, it depends who watches what. And just put it on it, and then basically you're looking to, can you just put a rivet in it and it won't go anywhere. So
okay.
All right, so that's in. Tested and we're done. Goes nicely over those corbels, fits in beautifully. It's good timing because it's just started raining. So we'll see as we tie in up here. Okay, just clean that off a little bit. It just ties in over there, which is just going to let it flow down the downpipe. And then we have installed our stop end to stop the water falling off there. So that'll bounce back to there, down and away. Well, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up, and otherwise, subscribe, or I'll see you on the next video.